Alright, this part's going to be probably shorter, if only because of the fact that I might be able to talk for a significant amount of time about the movies, but only about my general ideas, and especially regarding, say, the Dragon Ball movie. We could start with that because it's just much easier for me to give a short little synopsis and thought on what I've heard about the movie. They do keep the idea about aliens, but there's nothing about Goku being an alien, which seems to me that either they're going to have a sequel where they actually reveal, hey, Goku is from a race of space aliens too. But who knows? The fact that they warped the series to a point where they say, I don't know, they've warped a lot of things. They've probably had to rape a lot of the storyline. They can't even try to, I don't know, if anything, you could actually possibly expand the storyline some more. I don't know. Maybe include the Red Ribbon Army saga as another movie. Maybe Dr. Gero is trying to resurrect Piccolo, or whatever the fuck his name was, like Demon King Piccolo, I think, in the movie. But, it wouldn't be impossible to continue this movie series, though if it were me, you probably would have gotten, I don't know, completely different idea, but that's the whole point. If fans had actually made the damn movie, it probably would have, I don't know, stopped at, I don't know, let's see. I mean, storyline-wise, it would have stopped at a point where they thought it was appropriate, and then they would have said, hey, the next movie should be even bigger. We're going to have the Red Ribbon Army, and then they have a third one where we actually get the fucking Piccolo. Not to mention, it makes me wonder about what if they had tried to make this a little more like the anime and manga. Would they have had tambourine, drums, cymbal, and I believe there's one more. Fucking, I don't care. His little minions that, yeah. The problem would be, of course, that some of them are pretty minor. I mean, one of them gets chopped in half by our friend Yajirobe, who unfortunately, that's about the best he actually does in the entire series, in terms of actually kicking any major enemy's ass. That's the closest he does. He chops the guy up into pieces and roasts him over a fire, which is pretty gruesome, I admit, but, the whole series is meant to be very slapstick and childish Dragon Ball. I mean, we have very interesting scene that I remember, and this was in supposedly this is the uncut stuff you got, although they probably still cut out some stuff, but the uncut version they give you with the American dub has the actual scene where Krillin is peeing on a frog. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on here? I was laughing my ass off the first time I saw it, and I probably would still just go, wow, that's funny. And it's not, and it's like Krillin is enjoying it. He's just, haha, I'm peeing on you, frog, you stupid bastard. Because now he's really saying that, but But basically, the movie, I haven't seen it, and if I do see it, I'm probably going to, I'm a little more biased about it. I would probably not give it a great idea, but I would give them points for effort in trying to squish the entire Dragon Ball series that is, potential for a whole trilogy, I would argue, and they try to squish it into one, and that means possibly that people are speculating they're going to do like Dragon Ball Z squished together for some sort of sequel with, I would think, that's the problem, this could be a trilogy, because you actually could have a first movie where you have Vegeta as the bad guy, but then you have the trilogy conclusion where we have them going into space and Vegeta becomes an anti-hero, that sort of thing. Anyway, on to the other movies. The movies, I can say a lot of them were just trying to have this kind of continuation of things. For example, Freezer, or Frieza, however you prefer to say it or spell it, his death and everything, and then there was the thing that came later with his father, King Cold. And then you thought, well, that was over? No, they had to pull another member of the fucking family out of their ass, and that would be his brother, Cooler. And the fact that they had never mentioned his mother has actually made people create fanfics where his mother comes and kicks some ass, which I like the idea of it. I never wanted to really do them myself. I actually was, if I was doing fanfics, I was usually just continuing on the whole Dr. Gero line, which actually makes me guilty of the same thing that most fan fiction writers have, and that is that they can't think of a real original idea. There are original ones, I'm not saying there aren't, but it's very difficult to have completely original fan fiction when you have easy access to speculation about things like Frieza's mother or other androids that Dr. Gero made, because in one of the movies they had, 13, 14, 15. One of them was this fucking. People describe him as like this redneck farmer with overalls and a baseball cap, and it works. What else? There's another one he has like maracas and sunglasses and this weird Mexican-looking hat on. I forget what the other guy. Very bulky, very muscular, like some weird love child of Zangief and Zangief and Conan the Barbarian or something. I don't even care. I remember he has a ponytail, so that kind of works. Anyway, basically that's what they do with most of the movies, and if I just quickly go to Wikipedia, I can just kind of probably sum up them because, yeah, it's easy enough. The movies are not bad, but they're not exactly something that's making you want to go, holy crap, I want to watch this movie on the big screen, because, well, you usually don't. There were Dragon Ball movies because, yeah. Particularly, there was a nice one that I haven't watched in a while, and that is where we have... They pretty much squished the entire first saga into a movie. It's pretty good. Then we have Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, which I think... This looks like it's kind of cool, I guess. But, we keep continuing. Mystical Adventure, which I think is pretty much... They try to... They're doing kind of a retelling of certain sagas as well, but, you know, it just gets more and more and more confusing at times. Not to mention you have these Indian stereotypes, well, Native American stereotypes, sorry. No, I never even heard of this one. But really, in 1996. And we have all these other ones, like Return My Gohan, which includes Garlic Jr., very nice little interesting character there. It's pretty much kind of what they did with the Garlic Jr. Well, yeah, actually, it's actually how they continue on the Garlic Jr. saga, which a lot of people would argue you really didn't need to do, because this guy actually gets his fucking wish, becomes immortal, and the only way they beat the guy is sending him into this Phantom Zone copy called the Dead Zone. World's Strongest, yeah, I remember that one, kind of. You have these Bio Warriors, the Tree of Might. Yes, this is actually where you get a lot more speculation about things, because you have this guy. They always keep bringing up these surviving Satans, and in this case, it's like Turles. I don't actually like that, because the fact that it actually makes you wonder, is he actually Goku's half-brother or something? And then we have one of those Super Namecs, then we have Frieza's brother, and then we have Cooler coming back, which is Frieza's brother, he comes back. And the last one I saw was Super Android 13. They do have other ones involving Brawly, this legendary Super Saiyan, who actually fulfills the whole legend that was in probably the Bardock movie. It's yeah. Bojack, Brawly, Bio Brawly, Wrath of the Dragon, screw that. Yeah, the Bardock, the father of Goku, is a nice little thing. Then we have, what else here? There's a lot of stuff, to say the least. There's actually a little, yeah, I actually want that one. It's the History of Trunks. They basically explain a lot of the stuff that happened in the future timeline. Like, all these people getting their asses owned by just 19 and 20. 19 and 20 suck balls, to say the least. Especially considering one of them is essentially a scientist putting himself in the body of an android to try to actually fight, when he probably can't fight for shit. He's just a wimp that has these absorbing things on his hands, like 19. But yeah. Anyway, there's not much to say about it, but I'd say that, yeah, you should probably go watch these movies. They're pretty decent. Some of them are not as good as the others. And with the Dragon Ball movies, they're all pretty decent to watch, because they're these nice retellings, and they get rid of some of the superfluous shit that, a lot of people wouldn't like. But, I'm surprised I talked for as long as I did on this, but I hope you all enjoy this. And Guitar Hero 986, the guy that you know who you are, that you requested this and suggested it, so I might as well treat your request. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be signing off until I get another request, I guess. See you later.